Recording? John, we have got former WBC world champion Montell Griffin with us today.
Welcome back, Montell.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So, Montell, we've obviously known each other. We got a little bit of a history between us. This is almost like an unfair advantage type interview because I know a little bit more about you than the average person. You know, we've been on airplanes and stuck in cars together. So we're going to start with the beginning.
I'm going to say something before you start.
What's up, man?
When I first met you, I saw you around a lot. I thought you was arrogant.
Really?
I said, this guy look like he's arrogant. But then when I met you, you was cool as hell. I was like, okay, I threw that.
Well, I do this is first off.
I was just watching when you walked around. You know, like I met you before I started coming to Bourbon Street for the fights. And then I started seeing you and everything. And then I started seeing you at the job and stuff. And I'm like, this dude arrogant. But then I met you, I'm like, oh, no, he cool.
All right. I usually get like the Bruce Willis treatment.
Like, what's that?
Like, fuck you, Bruce Willis. I get that a lot, man. They say people think that I look like Bruce Willis and they attack me with it. No, you don't think so, man?
No.
Man, dude, we can go walk on the west side. You'll hear people yelling from their cars at me.
No, I ain't.
Yeah, no, it ain't good, man.
Sorry about that.
No, it is. Yeah, I can't help it either. Unfortunately, it's genetics. Well, I mean, I've seen you growing up, and like for the Olympics, and you know, on TV and stuff like that. But I think what I'd like to start with is someone that I know is near and dear to you, and that's your father, Clarence Griffin. Yeah. So why don't you let everybody know? It's like you're a second generation boxer. You know, people kind of get.
Well, my father didn't fight.
Oh.
I'm a second generation trainer. And
Okay.
Second generation gym owner. My father didn't fight. He was he's self-taught. He took my brother to Johnny Coulan's. My brother's 10 years older than me. He took my brother to Johnny Coulan's.
On Canal Street.
No, 63rd. 5411 East 63rd Street.
Okay, Coulan used to also have one. Oh, that's where Count Dante worked out at.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
This is still 70s.
Yeah.
71.
Yeah. Okay, my fault. All
Took
right.
my brother to the gym, teach him self-defense. He worked on them, fell in love with it, ended up buying the gym. He changed to Windy City Boxing Club 73. So, like I say, you know, he didn't fight. But you know, that's why I don't never like crush a trainer who never fought before.
Well, some of the best boxing minds, are guys that have been on the administrative side.
No, I'm talking about the trainers. You know, they got guys who, the guy in California who trained Andre Ward never fought. So, I mean, you know, I think you can watch TV for 20 years. You can watch boxing for 10, 15 years and figure it out and know what to do. Now, you can't tell a fighter how you feel because you've never been through it before. So it's different ways you want to look at it. But yeah, I'm second generation trainer and boxing gym owner. But you know, it wouldn't be a Montell Griffin one for Clarence Griffin. So I'll just leave it at that.
Now he also, I mean, he's not just a gym owner. He's somebody that also excelled as a trainer.
Yeah, he trained the first man knocked out Mike Tyson, Al Evans. He trained Johnny Williams. He was number one light heavyweight in I think 81, 82 in the nation. And he had some other good fighters. UFO was a state champion, so he did pretty good.
Now you've got quite a few pictures with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Now that was through your father.
You know, we used to watch
Growing up.
We used to watch projected movies. I watched Joe Lewis, Sugar Ray Robinson, Willie Pep, Jersey Joe Walcott.
Man.
And then one day he showed me Muhammad Ali, and it was over. It was over. I didn't care about seeing nobody else. I want to see that guy. And one day I was 5 years old. One day he said, "Remember that guy you saw on video?" I'm like, "Yeah, not video, on the projector." He said, "We're going to see him." And
Come
I'm like,
on.
"Oh yeah, okay, yeah, whatever." So I'm just gonna get in the car for the ride. Okay, let's go. And we drove there. I remember we walked in, and I laid eyes on him, and I noticed it was just a line of people. And like he saw me and waved at me and was real nice to me. I'm like, damn, that's Muhammad Ali. And, you know, I'm 5 years old. I see people in line and he just hand out money one by one. I'm like, man, that's crazy. But when he was done, he said, come here. And I jumped in his lap. He kissed me, he hugged me. And my father took a picture and I got that picture. So it was just, I mean, it was awesome. Just to say you, I mean, Of course, at 5, from 5 to 23, I didn't understand how big it was.
Man.
I just saw people reacting by my pictures and stuff. I'm like, who don't get to see Muhammad Ali? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? People told me, okay, I met Muhammad Ali when I was 5. My father died when I was 12. I started boxing when I was 21. People told me that I won 10 fights because I hung with Muhammad Ali. And they were serious. They're like, bro, you got about 10 or 15 victories just because of Muhammad Ali. And I was like, well, if that's okay, I'll ride with that. So it is what it is. But yeah, from 5 years old to 12, I was with him on a daily, like a monthly basis. I remember like it was yesterday. Of course, at the time, I didn't know what Parkinson's was. My father said, hey, Ali is sick, champ. Get dressed. We're going to go to the hospital and see him. We went to Providence Hospital over east, not over east, but on the low end. And I sat there and talked to him like, don't look like nothing wrong with me because I was a kid. And, they got the Parkinson's and started getting worse and worse. But, it's crazy. So from 5 to 12, and then, like I said, I got 10 years later, I got credit for winning fights just because of him.
That's actually pretty cool.
I
honor that.
Now, did you stay? Didn't he have like a boxing camp?
He had a camp in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania. I stayed there 3 times.
So
Tony Tubbs was my roommate. I was Tony Tubbs' roommate.
Okay.
Well, I stayed in the same room with Tony Tubbs.
And how old were you?
I was 7 the first time I went there. I went 7 and 8. 77 and 78.
And how long did it go for, the camps?
He would come there for a fight. So just say the fight was 8 weeks or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I'm
talking like I'm thinking like a summer camp. Okay, so you're talking
training camp
for a training camp for a fight.
Yeah.
Holy
I was there for 2 fights. Ernie Shavers and the Spinks rematch.
That Ernie Shavers, man, that guy could hit like a Mack truck.
Yeah, and I was in the dressing room one day, and this young heavyweight said, "All this gonna be mine one day. Like I'm gonna be the greatest. I'm gonna be better than everybody." I was like, who's this asshole? You know what I'm saying? I'm 7, 8 years old. Who's this asshole?
Yeah.
Disrespecting Muhammad Ali. Guess who it was? Larry Holmes.
Ooh.
I saw Larry Holmes on TV. I said, that's the kid who was talking garbage in the dressing room.
How old was he at the time?
This was 78, so I think he won a title in 80, 81.
That's wild.
So,
you tend to kind of brush with people that go on to do really cool things.
Like
you're a magnet like that.
Pardon?
You're a magnet for people doing stuff like that.
I had a fortunate life. I was just at the Ring 10 dinner in New York last year, and Larry Holmes was there. And I'm not gonna say he was standoffish or nothing like that, but he ain't as friendly as Muhammad Ali. But I said something to him, and I got his attention. I said, bro, I was in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania in 1977. He's like, for real? And he stopped and he looked at me and started listening to everything I said. And I told him the whole story. And he shook my hand. I said, okay, we'll take a picture. That's my thing.
That's what you got to do, take a picture.
I always loosen people up. I say stuff to them to make them loosen up. I say, okay, take a picture.
Yeah, right.
On purpose. I do it on purpose. So I said, bro, I was in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania in 1977. You was Paul Muhammad Ali. You was in the dressing room saying that all this was going to be yours one day. He like, man, for real? I said, yep. Let's get that picture.
Yeah, right.
True story.
So now your amateur career prior to the Olympics, it wasn't as large as a lot of the other people that have started boxing at the age that you did.
I mean, okay, you got to think. Like I was just talking about this yesterday. Okay, I learned how to box. You know what I'm saying? I got in the ring. They said it was a fight, but it really wasn't official. But so you gotta understand this. I learned how to box. The fights in boxing at that time weren't official till you was 10 years old, right?
And you had a book too.
Pardon me?
You had a book too. Remember that USA boxing book?
Back in them days. I don't know if they had a book. What I'm saying is, basically, I was in the gym from 2 years old to 12, but I only had a couple of fights. I only fought from 10 to 12, so I had that many fights. And then my father died, and I quit. So,
why did you do that? Why did you?
My mother made me quit. My mother said, "You can't box no more."
Because your dad's not around?
She just thought it was a violent sport.
She loved her baby.
My father was gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, we ain't gonna get into that. I'm still seeing therapy for that. But anyway, my mother made me quit boxing. So okay, so I fought from 10 to 12, whatever how many fights I had. But I mean, it's mostly experience, just watching, being in the gym.
Well, just being there, you pick it up.
I was around Lonzo Johnson, Ernie Terrell, Muhammad Ali, Eddie Perkins. You know what I'm saying? So
Eddie Perkins, Jesus.
So I come back. My nephew, I remember like it was yesterday. I swear to God, I was watching HBO, had some boxing on, and my nephew called me. Fight nights. What was it called? HBO Fight Nights.
Saturday Night Fights, or what was it?
They were doing specials on big fights. And
Legendary Nights.
Legendary Nights.
Phenomenal.
I was watching Legendary Nights with Eddie Futch was on there and Gil Clancy. And my nephew called me and said, Uncle, what you doing? I said, nothing.
And how old are you at this time?
20 years old. He said, man, why don't you move to LA and box? I said, okay. He said, nah, I'm serious. I'm like, I'm serious. I ain't doing nothing with my life. That sounds good. You got a place for me? I said, you got a job for me and a place for me to stay? He said, I'll put it together. And I went out there. I sold my car. My car was broken down. One of my best friends, Ron Lee, who lived right behind me, his father was a mechanic. I told his father, I said, look, I'm trying to do something with my life. How much would you give me for this car? He said, I just give you $500. I'm like, all right, cool. I bought my plane ticket for $300, and I went to LA with $200 in my pocket, 20 years old, and everything worked out.
Now, were you the same size as you are now, or?
No,
because sometimes, like when people get into boxing, it's sometimes like you kind of see their weight coming off them or beefing up.
No, when I moved to LA, I was 210.
So you were 210.
My best friend, one of my best friends, Reuben Jones, died in '89, December '89.
Okay.
So I had a terrible year. From December '89 to December '90, I had a hell of a year. I lost my car. I lost my job. I lost my car. I lost one of my best friends. I was 210 pounds. I was fat. I moved to LA. And now this is the crazy part. This lets you know I was a nut. I was 210 pounds. Okay. I got to December 90. I fought January 90. After being off 8 years. Even my mother, who didn't want me to box, who been around boxing, said, Montell, you ain't ready. You ain't trained long enough. How could you be fighting this soon? I said, look, I did,
I got to do something. Yeah,
I'm trying to make the 92 Olympic team. I got to fight. And my first fight was 200 pounds. And I fought Jesse Reed was my trainer.
Okay.
And I was put my gloves and warming up. And I said, who am I fighting? And Jesse Reed pointed to this guy who was walking with some shackles.
Oh, man.
He was from Chino Prison.
No
I got to
way.
fight him, my first fight.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a big heavyweight from Chino Prison was my first
Got nothing to do but push-ups all day long.
Yeah, and but I was too young and dumb to be scared and nervous. I mean, me being in the gym at 2 years old, I feared nobody or nothing. So I fought him and beat him. I beat him easily, but he caught me with a punch right at the end of the third round. I said, man, I can't fight heavyweight. I got to go down. I mean, these guys too
short, too.
I'm like, ooh. I said, I had to go down. Second fight was 187. Broke my nose. I broke my thumb my first fight. Second fight, I broke my nose.
Okay.
I said, man, things ain't going my way. And I made down the light heavyweight and fought the Golden Gloves.
Now, how difficult was that taking the weight off?
I ate tuna every day. I ate tuna salad every day for 3 months. Every day. Every day. On the weekends,
were you miserable?
I mean, I had a goal. So I was focused. Like, I got to lose this weight. Okay. I ate tuna salad every day for 3 months. My auntie would go out to dinner with her boyfriend on the weekends, bring back a doggy bag, and that'd be my cheat day. Like on a Saturday or whatever. But it wasn't even the whole meal. It was just what she had left over. Yeah. But I was thankful for it. Look, I'm going to tell you this. This is how bad things were going on in my life. That my goal was to be able to afford to go eat a sizzle. There was a sizzle on the corner of my house.
Jeez,
and it just looked like they had so much fun at Sizzler. I would get off the bus to walk home, and I said, man, Sizzler.
That's not a high goal, man.
I said, Sizzler looked like the place to be. And that was my goal.
But when you walked by him back in the day, I remember smelling,
Man, I was like, man, Sizzler is the spot to be. That was my goal. And I was able to go to Sizzler.
How was your first meal at Sizzler?
Yeah.
You know what?
You say to yourself, I made it?
Once I was able to afford it.
You're like, I didn't want it no more.
Yeah, once I was able to afford it, I didn't care no more. But the crazy part about it was when I went to Big Bear for the training camp, we always ate at Sizzler. I was like, this is the worst place to eat for a fighter that's trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Because there was too much food in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is crazy. I was just getting fruit and...
Well, so your goal was to make the 92.
When I moved to LA, my whole goal was to make the Olympic team.
What put that in your head?
I mean, it was coming up. I moved there in December 90. Olympics coming up 92. And I just remember 1976, watching the Olympics with my father, Ray Leonard.
best
gold medal.
Possibly, was it the best?
It's the best team.
Best team, Olympic team ever.
Yeah, it's the best team ever.
Yeah.
5 gold medals.
He's a silver,
3 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of silver.
I think there's only 2 guys on the team that didn't medal.
No.
Was there 3?
No, the only one. I think it's probably only 11 guys on that team because it wasn't no super heavyweights.
Okay.
But I think they had 5 golds, a silver, and a bronze, so they got 7 medals.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, but they fought the Cubans. They fought everybody.
A few years ago, Montell and I went to the Boxing Hall of Fame, and they were honoring the '76 Olympic team there.
Yeah. I got a chance to meet those guys.
That was wild,
it was
man.
Cool. It was cool. It was a guy, Charles Walker. And Leo Randolph was there. And my man, I forgot it. That's my man. I forgot it. He's my Facebook friend. I remember in the middle, but yeah, I got a chance to meet him.
That's cool. So now, to get to the Olympics, did you have any like roadblocks in the way, or I know it's pretty political, man.
Everything. 91, I go to the National Golden Gloves. I signed up for the Golden Gloves. I said, look, because my first.
What weight was it?
Light heavyweight. I made. That's when I made. It was March of '91. Okay. So from January to March, I recovered from a broken thumb, broken nose,
right?
And I made 178. And I'm at the table. I only had 2 fights.
So how much weight were you cutting up until this point to make 78?
I mean, once I made 78, it was easy.
So he was just almost close to your walk around weight.
Yeah, I probably walked around at 80, 78 because I was small. So once I made 78, I went down to 72.
Okay.
So
okay.
I gave myself 6 pounds.
That's cool.
But so I'm sitting there signing up for the Golden Gloves. I said, Montell, I can't fight novice again. I'm like, I need to know how good these guys are. I said, forget it. I wrote down 12 fights instead of 2 fights. And they didn't even check my book. Yeah. And they let me fight open. So I think I won the Golden Glove my 4th fight. I went to the one that's the state, North fight against, Northern California fight Southern California. I won that. That was my 5th fight. I went to the Nationals.
Now, all these guys, like on the amateur scene, everybody knows each other at this time. There's no internet, so everyone's going to all the events. They're taking notes. They're, hey man, this is how you beat this
USA
guy.
Boxing book and everything. Yeah. Everybody knew who the fighters was.
No one knew who he was, and for someone to walk into a tournament like that, people were leaving salty. Yeah. Oh,
people was coming to me, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah, angry, like gritting their teeth.
I mean, nah, it was respect. Even Jeremy Williams, when I fought Jeremy the first time, after the fight, we hung out, we talked, maybe 12, 1 o'clock. He's like, man, where you come from, man? I said, man, I quit boxing. I just came back. He's like, man, you beat me, but I'm gonna get you back. That's the first time we fought. Of course, he got the decision. I beat him. I got robbed. I fought him. He's from Long Beach. I mean, he's from Des Moines, Iowa. You know what I'm saying? But he lived in Long Beach, but I fought him in Des Moines, Iowa. He got the decision. They still booed. So it just let me know that I was good enough. I'm like, I'm good enough to make this team. Like, I just beat this man. Yeah. And he had never lost to American. He had on 170-some wins with 100 knockouts, and it was my 7th amateur fight after not fighting for 8 years.
Is that not nuts?
My 7th fight after not fighting for 8 years. So I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm winning.
So it got you the confidence that you probably needed.
Well, sparring Reggie Johnson. I was sparring Larry Musgrove and Reggie Johnson, who was a 2-3-time world champ. I sparred Reggie. Actually, Reggie helped me from going back to Chicago. Reggie was paying me $200 a week or a month. $200 a week to spar with him. So that helped me, I saved my money up. That's helped me stay. Because I was running out. I ain't had no money. My auntie just happened to let me live there. I had auntie there. It was so much stuff. It'd take hours to do the show.
Yeah.
But it just worked out. And so I lost the National Golden Glove. I got robbed.
Against Williams.
Against Jeremy Williams. So then they had the National Sports Festival in L.A. I went to the fight. And people were like, hey, that's the dude who fought Jeremy right there. That little dude right there. That's him right there. So I was like, okay. So people started to know who I am. So my name was getting out there. So I kept winning. Then next year, the U.S. Championships came up. So that was the number one. Yeah, back in them days, Golden Glove, National Golden Glove was number 2. U.S. Championships was number 1. I said, I got to go through this thing. And My first fight, I fought Frank Vassar, top 10. My second fight, I fought Jermaine Thetford, top 10.
Top 10.
My third fight, I fought Denard Trap, top 10.
Okay.
Then my fourth fight, I fought the number one light heavyweight in the nation, John Ruiz. But see, okay, the first fight, I seen the crowd coming. Then the second fight, it got bigger. When I fought Denard Trap, the whole stadium came to my ring. It was like 2 or 3 rings going on. They say, this little dude making waves. They like, we on the wave from, but he making waves. When I fought Denard Trap, it was packed. Boom, then it's John Ruiz. So
now, was this because you guys were getting closer to the finals, do you think?
Yeah. Well, look who I was beating. I beat 4 guys in a row in the top 10. And they heard about the Jeremy Williams fight. They said, man, this kid the real deal.
Prior to the internet, people used to actually talk to each other. Right. And at these boxing events, you just see like the little groups. You'd see people going from like little group to little group, group. It was a fun time for boxing.
My buddy Sean Fletcher.
Uh-huh.
I met him at the U.S. Championship. And every morning, he like, after you fight, the next morning, you got to weigh in. You know what I'm saying? Every fight, you know what I'm saying? You weigh in, then you go eat. You know what I'm saying? And every morning, he like, little man, you still here, huh? I said, I ain't going nowhere. He said, you still here. Every morning, Sean Fletcher said, you still here. So the winner of the semifinals automatically go to Olympic trials. You don't even have to win the tournament. The first and second place go to the trials. I fought John Ruiz, the whole room.
How did you do against him?
Oh, to be honest, I was dead tired.
Okay.
I ain't never fought 4 days in a row.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it was 4 days in a row. I was smaller than all these guys. I was 172.
Okay.
I gave up 6 pounds every time I fought. And the last round, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was sitting there at the second round. I said, man, I'm tired. I said, I don't know if I got enough. And Jesse Reed gave me some instructions. He said, you got to do something. I said, okay. He said, can you curse on the show?
Yeah.
He said, look at me, God damn it. And I looked at him.
Yeah.
Give me PG, man. Give me
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at me, God damn it. Let's go. And I got back forward. Like, okay, let's go. And I went out there and just fought off
instinct.
Dust. Yeah, instinct. And I won a fight. I'm in the Olympic trials.
Oh, so you beat John Ruiz as an amateur.
Ruiz, yeah. I beat the number one in the nation. Yeah. I beat the number one in the nation in the semifinals. So listen to this. I fight 4 fights. I fight 4 guys in the top 10, right?
That's nuts.
The championship fight was my easiest fight. I won 33.
Well, they stacked it against you. Yeah. It's
politics. They put everybody in one bracket. I fought. I came and punched. The guy was 6'4". He came out through he was a southpaw, threw a jab. I threw a hook over the jab and I dropped him. Mm-hmm. I thought this is getting better and better. This is easy. And like I said, I beat him 33-8. Holyfield commentated the fight. Showed me mad love. I talked to him and everything. I said, hey, it's time.
That's a great time for boxing, man.
Yeah. Holyfield ain't know my name, though. They said, who you think won? He said, the short guy.
The short guy.
I said, you asshole. No, I'm just playing. But that was just the beginning. I'm like, man, things is rolling.
Okay, so now how do you make the Olympic team?
Okay, my advisor falls out with Jesse Reed. So I go, okay, I won a U.S. championship. I'm number one in the nation.
So does he pull you from that gym?
No, just listen. So
okay.
He said, I won the U.S. championships. I get home. I said, bro.
That's
huge. We flew back in Chicago. I said, bro, do you mind if I stay a couple of days? He said, son, you just won a U.S. championship, son. You can stay. Just keep your head on. Don't go too far. Take care of yourself. I'm like, all right. I stay home and, you know what I'm saying? I get a phone call, USA Boxing. How the hell they know I'm at my mother's house? They're like, we want you to go to Korea. I said, bro, I'm jet lagged. I just got home this week. I'm tired. They're like, no, well, just come to camp and we're gonna do a body fat test. So they wanted me to go down 165. Coach Bird was a coach, and they hated Coach Bird, so they wanted me to knock off Chris Bird. I said, bro, I'm the best light heavyweight in the country. I'm like, why can't a light heavyweight beat me? Nah, we'll see. So I went and took a body fat test. This is in, I'm gonna say April or May.
So they're just looking for an excuse at this point.
Yeah,
okay.
And the doctor said, he's like, man, you would kill yourself trying to lose 7 pounds in a month and a half. And this guy named Doug Morrison, I never forget his name. He would go back talk to Billy, the president of USA Boxing. Said Billy said, what did he say? He said, well, he could do it, but he had to do it right. I said, man, you lying, man. The man just said I kill myself. So I'm thinking on like right now, okay, they're gonna get against me. You know, they're gonna stack the deck against me.
Yeah, and they probably already had a conversation before they even walked into there.
Well, you know, they wanted Jeremy. You know, Jeremy.
Yeah.
They had put so much money into Jeremy. He was the number one guy for so long. So I get home. Okay, I call him. Okay, I'll beat the. Oh no, that was after I beat the Russian. I call, say I can go home. So I get back from Colorado Springs. I'm getting ready to talk about the trials. I call my advisor. He say, look, me and Jesse Reed fell out. I'm a good guy. I'm a fair guy. He said, you either go with Jesse Reed or you can go with me. I said, Mitch, you take care of me. You know what I'm saying? You pay for my rent. You know what I'm saying? Got me a car, but I'm staying with you. So I'm like, shit.
At least he was upfront about it.
Yeah, he's like, it's up to you. You go with him, you go with me. Of course,
and who is this? Who is this, if you don't mind me asking?
Mitchell Stein. He was my lawyer.
Okay.
He's the reason I got in the Olympics. Mitchell Stein. I owe my Olympic quest to him. So I called Chris Bird. I met Chris at the U.S. Championship, and I was a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, who isn't a fan of Chris Bird?
I sat next to Chris Bird at the U.S. Championship just to see how he react, how he acts, so I can carry myself like him. I get his phone number. I said, Chris, I don't have a trainer, man. I said, ask your father, do you mind if I come train with y'all? He was slick as hell, one of the best fighters in the nation, in the world. I'm like, man, if I train with him, I'll get even better. He said, man, you can't come train here. Man, his whole family did not know me. Let me stay in their house, fed me. You know, I know Mitch, you know, probably send him some money or whatever. Treated me like a son. You know what I'm saying? Their mother called me and said, Montell, come here. I was like, yeah, I need to go to the store. You know, she got 3 kids in the house. I need to go to the store. Okay, yeah, because I feel like, okay, they treat me like family.
Gotta pitch in.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they treat me like family, so I feel like family now. So I trained with Chris Bird, and I went to the trials, and I was ready to roll.
How did you do sparring with him?
In a big ring, I kind of had my way because I moved. I did a lot of movement. But we sparred in his ring. He got a 8 foot by 6 foot ring. He whooped my ass. He whooped my ass. He knew that's how he learned how to fight. In that little 8 by 6 ring, he would just stay.
There ain't nowhere to go.
Right, you can't go nowhere. He just stay there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was just coming together. Everything was coming together. Like you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I ain't trying to get religious, but I knew God. Somebody was watching them. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The way everything was going, I ain't have a dime, and I'm still there, and I'm making money, and everything is cool. And went to the trials, and I remember this like it was yesterday. We landed in Boston and had to drive to Worcester. So in the bus, we had to take a bus. Chris Bird, who had beat every middleweight, he knew he was. I told us, how do it feel knowing you're on the Olympic team? He just smiled like, no, I'm not. Then he had beat everybody. So we get on the bus. Chris Bird said, you going home tomorrow? See, back in them days, U.S. Championships, a big tournament, if you lose, they send you home. Now, the Golden Gloves, you would stay the whole week or whatever. Right. But they would send you home. Chris Bird got on the bus, said, you going home tomorrow? You going home tomorrow? He point out guys, you going home tomorrow? And they couldn't say nothing. And I'm just laughing about what he's saying.
Yeah.
He heard me laugh. He turned around. If you draw Jeremy, you going home tomorrow. I was okay. Yeah, we'll see about that. He got me motivated and everything. So we go do the draw, and there's 8 guys in every tournament. But the thing about it, you pick who you fight. So they got 8 names in it. They give you a thing, and you pick whoever you pull. That's who you fight. So. But it's boxing. Yeah. But they
but it's fair. I mean, at least that's a fair spot.
It's fair. You pick who you pull.
It is what it is.
The best thing that happened for me, Jeremy, I can't remember if it was Jeremy or John. They picked each other. So I'm like, okay, so Jeremy and John Ruiz gonna fight each other. So that's one of them out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, that's one of them
2
out the way.
2 hard fights. Yeah.
Right. I said, that's 2 fights. So that's 2
hard
fights down to 1.
Yeah.
And then another guy picked Terry McGroom, who was top 3. And I picked Jermaine Thetford, a guy who I beat already.
Okay.
So I felt good about that. And it was funny because me and Thetford was cool. We talked and everything. As soon as I picked his name, he stopped talking to me and moved. I said, he worried about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, I got him. And so, I mean, you know, it was cool. So the trials kick off, and Pat Nappy, you know, Pat Nappy was around. Pat Nappy brought Mark Breland up to me. I saw Mark Breland from afar. Pat Knight
legend
said, this
Mark
is the
Breland.
kid that I told you could fight his ass off. And I met him like, man.
Deontay Wilder's trainer right now.
Right.
Yep.
So I get in the ring. Mark Bradley's standing there watching. So I go crazy. I go out there like Mike Tyson, throwing bombs, trying to impress Mark Breland. Boom, hit a dude, 8 count. Hit him again, 8 count. So, you get three 8 counts
That's
going
a
around.
wrap.
They start to fight.
Yep.
So I'm going crazy trying to get third. Shot my load. So I'm going. I'm dead tired. So round 2, I'm just moving and taking off. Then round 3, I was decent. I ended up winning the fight. But after that, then I fought Terry McGroom. Beat him. I
Terry's no punk either.
I did something
though,
I
man.
never did in my life. I took a shower right before the fight. I never did. You know what? I'm sorry. That was against the Canada. Because the second, I had the 2 worst fights of my life was against Terry McGroom and the Russian in Canada. But I fought Terry. It was a close fight. And, Tom O'Shea.
Yeah, of course.
Tom O'Shea, who I knew as a kid, said, Montell, I'm so proud and glad that you came out for boxing. Right? I won the U.S. championships. He said, Montell, I can't root for you no more. You wanted to fight my guy. You know what I'm saying? I fought him, and he said, man, you won, but like I told you, I can't root for you no more. So I beat Terry. So me and Jeremy fighting the championship. So this is the crazy part. We supposed to, everybody who fought either fought Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, or Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Yeah, you got one day off in between. Yeah.
So I fought Thursday, Friday. So I'm supposed to have Saturday off. And Coach Bird said, Montell, it was like 12 o'clock in the night. Coach Bird said, Montell, you need to go home and go to sleep. I said, why? I ain't fighting this Sunday. He said, nah, they changed it. You fighting Jeremy tomorrow. It was illegal. You can't,
politics,
you can't
man.
fight for 24 hours. They made a law. You can't fight for 24 hours. Remember guys was fighting twice in one day?
Yeah.
They changed that. And you had to fight. You had to have 24 hours before you fought again.
Have you ever fought twice in one day?
Yeah, of course, as an amateur. So did I. Yeah,
as
so
a
did
kid,
I.
but not as a open fighter. And I'm like, man, these people trying to get in. I tossed and turned all night. I said, man, they trying to rob me.
How sore were you?
Man, I was so pissed off. So I go in there, I fight him. I won the fight. The man didn't hit me, man. And they said the winner 34-17, Jeremy wins. I said, man, if Jeremy Williams hit me 34 times, he gonna knock me out. Mm-hmm. There's no way nobody gonna hit me 34 times.
Yeah.
So okay, I got robbed again. So I said, I can't believe this. So I'm crying, and then my buddy said, man, you gotta get out the room, man. Come on out. So I'm like, okay. So I go to a restaurant with Chris Bird. No, I went with Chuck, but the guy who worked for my manager. Chris Bird ended up coming. I heard Chris Bird say, man, I said, damn, he ain't make the box offs. I said, who, Pat? His brother Pat was in the trials too. He lost. Right. I said, who, Pat? He's like, no, you. I was like, what? And I just ran down the street, crying like a baby again. Crying. They chased me back, told me to sit down and eat. I'm like, man, I go back in the room. I'm depressed as hell.
That's rough.
They said, Montell, man, come on, man, you can't sit there. Come downstairs. They got a party, some music. I'm like, man, all right. I'm downstairs, and I saw Jeremy, and he had a smile on his face. He said, man, I can't believe you ain't make it to the box office. He was smiling. Like, man, that's too bad. He was smiling. I ran back upstairs.
Oh, no way.
To my room. I go upstairs to my room and can't get it. The lock is on the door. I'm beating on the door. What the hell is going on? Hold on, man. Hold on. The damn guy who my lawyer sent to the fight in there masturbating. Oh, so that made it even more. I can't get in my own room.
That's it.
I said, man.
Permanently. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh my God,
So now, mind you, I trained in Flint with Chris Bird.
Right.
I flew there with Chris Bird. Chris Bird flies to the U.S. with the U.S. team. I go back to Flint by myself.
To his family.
To his house, and he gone. I'm just sitting there depressed. I had a friend, a woman friend who was in Flint. I went over her house, hang around, and she get a phone call. She like, it's Coach Bird. Like, he ain't never called me. How you got my number? I get on the phone. I said, what's up, Coach Bird? He said, man, we got to talk like, he said, nah, matter of fact, bring your ass home. I'm like, I ain't never heard
Talk
Coach
to you
Bird.
like a kid, huh?
I said, never heard Coach Bird curse before. I run home, I'm like, man, what's the problem? What's happening? He said, look, Mitch got you another opportunity in the box off, but you got to fight Terry McGroom again. I said, I'm not fighting him. I said, I just beat Terry McGroom. I'm not fighting him again. And I was a young asshole who was pissed off.
Yeah.
And the best thing he did, he didn't argue. He said, you know what? Just fly home. Fly home to L.A. I said, all right. I fly home. When another guy named Emmett Jones, who worked for him, picked me up from the airport, he said, "Look, before we go, before I drop out, I got to make one stop." It was the LA Sports LA Sports Athletic Club, where Magic Johnson hang out, where all the Lakers hang out. So I'm sitting in the lobby. Now, I don't even want to go in there. He said, "Man, you want to meet Magic?" I'm like, "Man, I'm from Chicago. This is 91. I mean, now it's 92, so the Bulls just beat
Bulls,
them.
baby.
I don't care about no damn Magic. So I'm sitting out like an asshole. I just sat there. I'm like, I just sat there and, so another hour. He said, "Man, come on, let's go meet Magic." I said, "Oh, you know, if you're going to stop bugging, okay, I'll go meet Magic." So he said, "Magic, this is Montell Griffin. He trying out for Olympic team." And Tony West was sitting next to him. He played in the NBA.
Yeah.
He said, "What weight you fight?" I said, "Light heavyweight." He said, "You're not going to Olympics at light heavyweight. Jeremy Williams is." I said, "Magic, I bet you see me in Barcelona." I said, "Get my ticket, let's go." That's how I ended up fighting Terry McGroom again in the box off because of Magic Johnson.
So how did they swing that like an additional box off? Was it because there was a controversial?
My lawyer sued him. My lawyer showed the tape of me against Jeremy Williams and showed the tape said Montell Griffin beat Terry McGroom, the man y'all picked, and he beat Jeremy Williams. That won the lawsuit. They said they knew they was gonna lose. They said, okay, USA Boxing said, okay, just give him another chance. So, mind you, we in the gym training. They made a fight at the gym while people was training. After that, the Hoya Pittsburgh, they hitting the bags. They flew 3 judges there. They said, y'all get a fight in the gym.
That's insane.
And I fought Terry McGroom again the second time.
In front of a packed house of 25 people?
Like I told you, yeah, not even 25. It was 12 of us it was 24 because the alternate and team was there. So it was 24 coaches.
Yeah.
And like I said, the first time I fought Terry, it was the worst fight of my career. I was on point this night. I just
you had a bad day. Yeah. You had a bad day.
I had a bad day. And of course, since there's no audience, the bell ring, you hear people talking. Who you think won? Who you think won? Griffin. So I'm like, okay. That's they can't rob me because my lawyer sent a camera crew there. Mm-hmm. He's a rich lawyer in LA. He sent a camera crew there to make sure they ain't rob me, so we get the tape. So I won the fight. I'm in the box office.
Was it close?
No. The third round, I just dominated.
Okay.
That was like one of the best third rounds of my life, and I just
in the gym.
Yeah, and I could just hear people talking.
With only 25 people
like, man, this dude Griffin is all. I could hear them talking, and it just, fed my confidence.
So, put fuel on the fire, right?
And it was crazy because I was training with the number 1 team. I was training with Jeremy every day, and Jeremy got up. He said, I think somebody said Jeremy said he lost. Montell didn't win that fight, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And Jeremy said, hey, Griffin, help me with his bag, and I helped him take his bag downstairs on the bus while we go fight. That's boxing. That's how cool we are. Yeah. I carried his bag for him. We went to go fight. I fought again.
That's just how it was, though, man. Yeah. That's how it was.
I fought a main event fight as an amateur. It was 11 people had made the team. It was a main event on CBS or whatever in a bubble in Phoenix, and everybody was there just to come see us. And it was on national TV, and I won, and I made history. 30 amateur fights. That wasn't history, but history to me. Yeah. Back to taking off for 8 years.
Well, that certainly was very difficult.
I think Deontay Wilder and George Foreman got less fights than me to make the Olympic team. But
I think very few got less than George. I don't think anyone's got less than George Foreman. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Wilder right around 18, 19. So yeah. I made the Olympic team with 30 amateur fights. So that's a long. I mean, that's. We just at the top of the board, and I didn't talk for an hour. So anyway, yeah. But that's the greatest.
So let's talk about your Olympic experience. Yeah,
the greatest experience of my life. Greatest experience of my life. My goal was to move to LA to make the Olympic team, and I made it.
That's incredible.
At 22 years old.
So now, do you as a person, do you set additional goals after that? Or do you sit back and enjoy it?
Of course, after the Olympics, I was going to turn pro. I wanted to be world champ, but after I made the Olympic team, I didn't care about nothing else. Everything else was just business.
Okay.
The Olympic team was just something that I had to do because me and my father watched Ray Leonard win the gold medal together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the gold medal. That was the movie. My lawyer called me every night, like, man, just keep winning. Hollywood is calling me every day. Just keep winning.
Well, you fought 3 times.
I fought 3 times. I fought
guy, an African
kid, a Korean.
and then
I
a
fought the
German.
world champ. They changed the bracket. I was supposed to fight the Cuban first, and they sent a Cuban. I saw Garbe a couple weeks ago at Sean fight. Ramon Garbe was the toughest Cuban in the world.
Okay.
He did something to get kicked off the team. Chris Bird always say,
"Yeah, he probably ate fast food." You know,
yeah, Chris Bird like, man, Garbe, come, you better watch out. He got in trouble, got kicked off the team. They sent a guy from the '84 Olympics.
You know, if I may interject, like I've been to Cuba a few times. Yeah. If they even think that you're going to defect, they kick you off the team, man. Like even like a mere rumor.
He hadn't defected yet. He didn't defect until he turned pro. Or either at the end of his, he ended up defecting, but
they probably had a hint of it.
Career. Yeah,
they kicked him off the team.
They kicked him off the team, and they sent a guy from the '84 Olympics who was walking on his heels. If you know about boxing, a guy walking on his heels, that means they little
shot.
Drunk, they shot.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm gonna destroy this guy. So I just imagine I'm gonna fight a Cuban, and I destroy. I'm gonna be a superstar.
Huge.
Look, if you watch my second fight, you hear them saying the Cubans are taping Montell because they fighting him next. They mysteriously changed the bracket. I fight the German next.
Why did they do that?
Because they assholes. It's all
politics.
BS. Yeah, it's all politics. So, and okay, we get to Barcelona at like 5 a.m. We get there like 1 a.m. It takes 2 hours to get our bags because every Olympian got the same bag.
Oh, no.
So we was in an airport for 2 hours.
That's a nightmare.
Get home at 3 a.m, and on my bed was a program for boxing, and Torch and my face was on. I'm like, oh, God. I'm going to have problems with him. You know, I'm going to get robbed by him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fighting. The head of AIBA back in them days was German. So I'm fighting a German. I said, oh, my God, I got to destroy this kid. So I'm fighting him.
This is your third fight.
My third fight. He throws it. He's 6'5". He throws a jab. He's southpaw. 6'5".
6'5" southpaw.
I go over the top. Boom. And blood squirted out.
You busted his nose.
Yeah. No, his eye.
Was it his eye?
Cut his eye out.
I watched this fight.
First thing I said, the fight is over. I won. It's, amateur boxing. I done seen fights get stopped off nose.
A bloody nose.
As soon as you got cut, I'm like, it's over. It's over. I'm telling you, it's over.
According to the rules.
Shut up. So he wiped off his eye. They said box. I said, I lost. That my dream went down the hill. That when they said box, an amateur fight with a cut, an inch long gash over his eye, it broke my heart, man. I mean, to this day, it bothered me. It just bothered me. I don't have a medal to show
and how did he do?
He want to go.
He want to go. That's what I thought.
He want to go with a patch over his eye. They let him fight with a patch over his eye, which is unheard of. Want a gold medal? You can't even find a fight. Yeah, on YouTube, I can't find a fight. Yeah,
we've tested that theory.
Man, we looked. Man, they have erased. The fight does not. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I remember watching it on TV, and I'm like, Dad, he did it. He did it. You know, because whenever there's blood, like in the amateurs like that, fight's over.
They was trying to stop Oscar's fight. He had a little scratch on his eye and a little blood kind. The doctor checked it twice. So just imagine a giant gash over somebody's eye. So,
and that's not easy to do with a headgear on. If someone's got a headgear.
Him at the perfect point, perfect timing. The man eye busted open.
And I think some of your points got counted towards him as well.
I hit him to cut him up, and they gave him the point. So they gave him that point, and then I spotted everybody 3 points every time I fought because I was if you get a point taken away, it's 3 points. I spotted everybody 3 points every fight, so I knew I had to win. I'm down 3 every time I fight because I'm 5'7". Right. So I lost 6-4, right? The point they gave him and the other 3 points. So that's 4 points. So I won. So basically it was 4-2. See what I'm saying? It should have been 5-2 because the point that they gave him. But it's something I got to deal with for the rest of my life. That bothers me every day. I'm not a gold medalist.
And if you really think about it too, like in Montell, I think you'll obviously agree with me. Once you get a medal in the Olympics, you get a giant signing bonus.
Man, $1 million. I also got $1 million signing bonus. They told me they was gonna make a movie about my life. I was gonna be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't go my way. And it still bothers me to this day. I was with Sugar Ray Sears last week, seeing his gold medal, and it bothered me.
Who would play you in a movie?
Gary Coleman. No, I don't know.
God damn.
I don't know. they'll find somebody short.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. Yeah, we got another
He
one.
wasn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart was 12.
Perfect. You've been the right size.
You've been too short. I've been with Kevin Hart. He only about 5'2", 5'3".
So then at that point, like, I mean, think about this. Like, one, he moved to California to be an Olympian.
Just to make Olympics, and I made it.
Gets there. He's thinking about his dad, completing a dream.
And I made it.
It has some issues.
All about my pops.
But then, like, my issue was, like, the amount of respect that Olympians get in terms of when they medal is a lot and they get catered to.
Right.
You never got that courtesy, even though everybody knew it should have been your medal.
Shelly Finkel was with me every day, every fight. Every fight. Man, we want to sign you. You're a great fighter. We love you. This, that, and everything. I get home from Barcelona. Shelly Finkel give me a call. Come to Houston. We want to sign you. Come on, I'm like, okay. I think they offered me like $15,000. I'm like, Shelly, stop. I said, Shelly, I want a gold medal. I need $100,000. Yeah, but you didn't get the one. I said, Shelly, you just told me I won. I know, but officially you didn't want to. Man, send me back home. I'm not signing $15,000. Now, at the time, I had Mitchell Stein, who was a rich lawyer. I think it was It was $3,000. He gave me $3,000. Is this some pocket change for you? So I had enough money to hold me to find the right person to sign with. They said $15,000 may send me home. It might have been less than that because I think Jackie Callan offered me $15,000. No, it was $15,000. Jackie Callan offered me $25,000. I said, man, no. I ended up getting $50,000. Okay. Which wasn't bad for 22 years old.
And who managed you?
John Kayward.
Okay.
I got $50,000 from him. Shelly Finkel offered me $15,000. Jackie Callan offered me $25,000. I got $50,000. But I should have got $1 million. So $50,000 really ain't nothing. It's a lot for a 22-year-old kid.
And back in the
but
day,
not
too.
for what I should have got.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I had to move. That's when I signed, the money started running out. I had $3,000.
Eating ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles and Taco Bell.
Sizzler.
I was living in Chicago. Remember, Chicago had the best food in the world. Gyros, pizza, Italian beefs, everything. So every day, this is what I would do. I would take $100 out of my pocket. Off the drawer. I had the $3,000, stack of $3,000. I would take $100 every day. And I'd buy beer, food, whatever. Take care of girls, whatever. Mm-hmm. And that money started running out. I was like, man, I got to sign soon. And the deal I made with Kayward was, okay, I said, I will sign with you, but I'm not going to be a Chicago fighter. I'm not going 30-0 in Chicago and then go fight somebody who will fight and lose. You got to promise me you're going to move me around and I'm going to fight all over the nation. He said, I promise.
Now, why did you want to do it that way?
What?
Why did you want to move around?
Because I didn't seen too many Chicago fighters be 20-0, 25-0. Fighting at home and then fight somebody and lose. Okay. I done seen that too many times. So,
so you wanted to get pushed.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to, So, after my 7th fight, I signed with Eddie Futch. It was a summertime and I had allergies real bad. Mm-hmm. He said, man, pack up, we going to Maryland. I said, okay. I go to Maryland, ain't number trees. I'm sick as a dog. I got allergy, my head killing me and everything. He said, we going to you going to audition for Eddie Fuchs. I said, who?
Eddie Fuchs? Eddie
Fuchs. I said, Eddie Futch? Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that guy.
Eddie, I remember that. This was like yesterday, Eddie Fuchs.
Legendary trainer, yeah.
We get to Maryland, really both training for Jesse Ferguson. We get to Maryland, I walk in the gym, Eddie Futch said, I heard you want me to train you. He said, well, you get spot Mike McCallum, and that's how I'm making my mind. I looked at it as strictly disrespect.
Yeah.
I like, oh, so you doubt me? So I went in there with a chip on my shoulder. Man, I beat the shit out of Mike McCallum. You know what I'm saying? I took it as, disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I put it on him. I get out the ring.
I'll think about it.
He said, welcome to the team.
Damn.
We walked in the dressing room. Mike McCallum said, Shorty. He called me Shorty for that man. He said, you got me today. I'm gonna get you next time. I'm like, okay, if that's how you feel. But so, it was always competition. You know what I'm saying? This guy's in my weight. He a former champion, future Hall of Famer. So every time we sparred, I brought my A game. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. So you
tend to draw that out in people talking smack to you.
Man, I always find a way to use motivation to motivate myself.
I've seen him sparring in the gym, getting ready for a fight, and this guy
if
talking.
you look at me wrong, if you say something wrong, I use it as motivation. As I use it as motivation, and that was
works, man.
It worked.
You draw that out of people, though.
Yeah, you got to. If you're in the gym and guy said, "You want to spar?" Yeah, I got to. Nah, you just let's spar. I wasn't sparring today, but since you asked me, I got to spar. Let's go. You called me out. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. I took everything serious. So I got with so I'm 7-0. Got with Eddie Futch, Theo Torrance, Hazeman Lewis. My brother Tim was helping, Kenny Kroom, and I was 7-0. We ended up fighting in the Budweiser tournament.
Okay.
Which was a young killer knocking out everybody named Ray Lathan. See, since me not knowing about I wasn't boxing in '88, so I didn't know nothing about Ray Lathan. So I get to Vegas, and Carl Daniels was there. He's from St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
And Carl Daniels looked at me on my face and said, "Ray gonna knock you out."
Damn.
And Eddie Mustafa Muhammad said, "I bet money they don't." I remember like yesterday. Eddie Mustafa was like, "I bet you, Carl, you don't." So, I mean, it wasn't like I wanted to fight him or nothing. But I'm like, okay, this man just looked at me in my face and
he's trying to get in your head.
So I'm like, why would he say something like that? I ain't know nothing about Ray Lathan. So I go to everybody in the gym. What's gonna happen between me and Ray Lathan? Oh, you gonna be winning until he hit you. Everybody said it. If he hits you, he gonna knock you out. Everybody said it. I said, okay. So I'm watching video. I said, I gotta watch video. I gotta see what's I gotta find something about him.
Like a hole, window.
And I saw him get hurt in the fight. I said, okay. So you just gotta bang with him. So the first round he hit me on top of the head. It's the most retarded thing I ever. He hit me so hard. I'm like, this dude is an alien. I'm like, nobody can punch like this. I said, no way I could go 12 rounds like this. I turned southpaw. Boom, bang, dropped him. He didn't beat the count. The bell rung. They saved him and said he beat the count. He didn't beat. I beat him. It was a 10 count. He got up and I got big headed. That's all right. Yeah, I got him. Got big headed. Boom, he didn't drop me. I said, this one.
Was it the first time you'd ever been dropped?
Ever been dropped. And my first wife.
How did you recover from that?
I just had good recovery skills.
Okay.
But this what goes on in idiots' heads. I get knocked down, and the first thing I said was, my girlfriend just seen me get knocked down. Not I'm hurt or can I recover. I said, damn. I said, Troy just seen me get knocked down. I said, she gonna bring it up in an argument. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in my mind in the biggest fight of my career. So I ended up got up and I won the fight. I won. It was back in them days, the Budweiser title was huge. The Forum tournament.
How many rounds was it?
12 rounds.
Okay, so by your 7th fight, you were doing 12-round fights.
No, I'm saying I got with them my 7th fight, and we kept going. And 7 fight later, I fought 12 rounds.
I got you.
So let me see. Yeah, that was my 14th fight.
Okay.
So 7 fights with Eddie Futch. I fight 14 fights, and I won the Budweiser tournament.
Yeah, it was big. Now, prior to your 14th fight, you fought, was it Matthew Charleston?
I fought on a Riddick Bowe undercard against Galata.
Dude, he fought on Galata Bowe 1 undercard.
And
that was
the crazy part about it, it was something in the air that it made me feel comfortable.
Too many Polish people in the audience?
It just seemed like, where was the fight at? I'm just seeing like something
was happening.
Just didn't feel right. I told my wife, nah. My wife was sitting somewhere else. I said, you know what? I told her, hey, I said, man, get up. Let my wife sit over here. My wife came, sat next to me. I said, nah, something ain't right.
You just can feel it in the air?
I'm sitting right behind Galata on the right side of this corner, and I'm looking at Riddick Bowe. I told Riddick Bowe the first day of camp. I left Windy City. I seen Galata. I said, man, this dude coming to win. He said, man, he can't.
Galata's tough, man.
Said, man, that dude ain't. I'm going to whoop his ass. I said, bro. Because he was BSing around running. I don't feel like running. I said, bro, this dude coming to win. Yeah, whatever. As the fight going on, I'm looking at Riddick Bowe. He just looked at me and shook his head like, oh, my God. I knew then we going to have problems. But, then Galata just, fouled him. All
right.
And lost him disqualification.
Now, watching this fight, he was given a lot of low blows that weren't getting called. And when he finally, when I say he, I mean Galata. When Galata low blowed him and he finally got called on it, Bowe just was like, huh? it's been happening all night.
Right.
And I'm just thinking to myself, as a fight fan, because at this point, Riddick Bowe's a monster.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, man, that's a guy that might be showing some bend, maybe Bowe's kind of coming unhinged. And then he got hit with a 3-piece spicy all below the belt.
You gotta think, if things not going your way, you're a little frustrated. Then you get hit with a blow, that's gonna make you like lose it. Like, man, what the hell? I mean, things already ain't going my way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dude hit me low, so he lost a little bit. But Galata, man, I'm watching the fight, man. I watched Galata get better in what round did this squad? 8, 9 rounds, whatever. I watched this man get better. First round, he robotic. By round 6 or 7, he even got slick. He feeling good about himself.
He's doing shoulders.
Yeah, he's feeling good. I told him, Riddick looked at me and just shook his head. We got problems. You know what I'm saying? But, it's kind of, I knew Galati was a cool guy. Sam Colon was my man. But, I was with Big Daddy and, we got disqualified and.
What happened?
The brawl, man. The brawl. I mean, I'm watching people running up from the top of the stadium. It was a racial.
100%.
It was. I mean, say out of 28,000, it was 19,000 blacks. And, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, it was nuts. And the rest, it was bonkers.
Polish. And it was just, you know what I'm saying? And nobody messed with my manager. He was, I think he was Polish. He wasn't Polish. He was like German or something. Nobody touched him, but he got robbed for like $2,000.
They took his money?
Pickpocketed him, took his money.
It was that wild, huh?
It was a pair of Gator shoes in the ring. Somebody got hit so hard. They left it was Gator shoes in the ring. It was the saddest. It was the saddest.
So one of Riddick Bowe's security guys, I think Jason hit
the man
with a radio. Hit Galata with a walkie-talkie. Yeah,
I saw Jason a few years ago when Floyd. I know Leonard Elliott was there. No. Floyd didn't fight, but Broner fought his fighter. He fought. Remember when Broner called him out at the fight? I was at that fight. I forgot who. He fought one of Floyd's fighters who wasn't good, but I saw Jason at that fight. And as soon as I see him, everybody has your walkie-talkies, and he started cracking up laughing.
So I know,
yeah, man. I'm like, this dude beat, and he did it twice.
And all I gotta say is,
he beat the Fan Man with it too. Oh. Watch the video when the Fan Man came down.
Remember it was Holyfield Bowe 3.
2.
Was it 2? Yeah. Okay. When a guy came in with a fan and got tangled up into the ropes.
He beat him with the walkie-talkie.
In all honesty, I think if this is off topic. I think if Evander Holyfield, who was winning I think he was on his way to win that fight before the big break. If he would have beat Bowe for that world title, he'd be one of the greatest ever.
He won. Holyfield won that fight.
Did he win that fight or did he lose that fight?
No, Holyfield won. That's the fight I told Rock
Newman. He lost that fight.
I said, Rock Newman, how in the hell did you let that fight continue? I said, Big Riddick Bowe was 250 pounds, and they took a break for 20 minutes, and they was out in Vegas, and it was freezing outside.
Yeah, it's outside.
I said, y'all could have just said, no, we ain't fight no more. You couldn't have got no trouble. I mean, that was an act of God. A man came in a. I mean, Riddick Bowe. We talked about it one day. Riddick Bowe. He asked me, he said, "Do you think I won the fight?" I said, "Man, I'm not gonna lie. I had it 6 rounds apiece." Okay, but draw is still better than losing. But I'm saying, bro, I told Rock Newman, Riddick Bowe, I was like, why would you let that fight continue?
And Rock Newman's been around a few blocks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
He would know.
It.
Yeah.
Dude,
did they fight 3 times then?
3 times.
And Bowe won twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, it was like Holyfield was smart. His crew had blankets, had robes, everything that kept him warm. Riddick was just sitting there freezing.
Yeah, he got cold.
The fight should have got called. That's a fight he should. Riddick Bowe should have been undefeated. Even though he had the 2 fights with Galata, he won them. Regardless of what people say, he won them.
So during that fight, were you ever in any danger?
No. Like I said, it was black against white. You know what I'm saying? Nobody messed with me.
Because I remember hearing Foreman.
I had my wife right next. Yeah, Foreman kept a guy from Larry Merchant. They want Larry Merchant.
That's bonkers.
It was his son. Don't do that, son. You're making a big mistake. Don't do it. And then Larry Merchant. Thanks, George. It was on that national TV.
Yeah,
I was there that night, and we went. It was the saddest thing I had been to. We go to the hotel after the fight, and everybody's sitting around. And
there's no celebrating after that.
No. I mean, we was at the bar, but
But you know what I mean? Like this. Oh my God,
it
that's
was sad.
That's awful. I agree with you. Yeah.
The police was just walking around, just questioning everybody. What I'm saying? What I got like a $3,000 chain stolen because I couldn't. It was so much going on.
It was like a tornado.
I forgot to take the chain out of my bag. I checked my bag in. They stole it at the airport. And my belt. No, they didn't steal my belt, my NABF belt, but they stole my chain. I said, this is crazy. $3,000 chain. And
I mean, what would you do with that belt? You know what I mean? All you do is you keep it. Right?
I kept my belt.
You don't do anything with it.
They stole my chain, but they left the belt. So it is what it is.
Wow. Yeah, that night was bonkers, man.
Crazy.
All right, so when you're 14-0, you fight James Toney, who's got 47 fights at that time.
I think 47, 48.
And he's coming off a loss, so they're thinking of just like a real tough opponent. And
I'm at the fight.
Well, he lost to Roy Jones.
I was at that fight.
Okay.
And I went to James' locker room and talked to him. I'm in his room, and he acted real funny with me. And I'm like, man, that ain't James, you know what I'm saying? But I walk in the room, and it's 95 degrees in the room. The shower's running. There's a treadmill. It's a scale. It's a bike. I was like, James, overweight, you know what I'm saying? Soon I left, I was the best thing that ever happened to me. I left the room and went to go bet on Roy Jones. I said, James is dead. Because I saw that, I went to go bet. You know what I'm saying? True story. So, my buddy Skipper Kelp, I don't know if Skipper Kelp, great boxer. Me and Skipper Kelp was together. We went to the room together. And as soon as they signed the fight, they offered the fight, Skip said they knew then they was going to fight you. That's why James didn't talk to you. He said they knew then they was going to fight you.
Yeah, James is one of those guys to where, like, that guy is an assassin.
Yeah. I mean, great fight. Like I said, he's my favorite fighter.
BoxRec has him as, like, I think 25th
of
all time.
Yeah, 25th of all time. That was cool.
And a lot of his big wins, he was in the shape.
They got Roy Jones and James Toney in the top 25 fighters all time, and I'm 3-1. So I just say I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
They got two of them guys. I'm 3-1 against them two guys. So
now, you're 14-0 walking into that fight, and like James at this point had always been criticized about not being in shape, You know he was in shape for your fight. You know he was.
What? Mike McCallum came to the gym one day and said, Shorty, you still got to train. Don't take nothing light. But James 200 pounds. Just like 2-3 weeks before the fight. Mike McCallum came up to
This is a 165 fight, right?
No, 178.
178, I'm sorry.
Mike McCallum was like, Shorty, he said, James 200 pounds right now. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't care. I still got to do what I got to do. He said, no, I don't mean like that. I'm just letting you know. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I get a phone call from my manager, John Kayworth. He said, can you beat James Toney? I said, why you say that? He said, HBO just offered the fight. They offered you $60,000. I said, give me $100,000, I'll fight him. He said, I'll call you right back. 2 minutes later, like, we got it.
All right, so how far out?
I mean, this is months before the
Okay,
fight.
so you had time.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So we fought in, I think, January 95.
That seems like a low payday to fight.
I mean, at the time, I had 14 fights. If they offered me 60,000,
they're bringing you
100.
Yeah.
And they went up to 100. I'm like, okay, I hit the lottery. So
I said I didn't finish sentence, so I had 150.
Yeah. You cut me off.
I did that a few fights, and it worked out for me.
But they're bringing you in as a tune-up.
Yeah, what I'm saying, my wife was like, "Do you think you could beat him?" I said, since you got doubts, you stay here. You stay your ass here. You won't go to the fight. No, I don't mean like that. Nah. You got doubts, you ask me shit like that, you stay your ass here.
Yeah, you don't need that energy.
You know what I'm saying? I sparred James in 1992. I was an amateur. Mm-hmm. He couldn't do nothing with me. I said 3 years difference. I know I'm better. I said he didn't get no better in 3 years. He was already 2-time champ. He didn't get no better. I got better, and that's why I took the fight.
Okay. Now, leading up to the fight, where was your confidence at?
I felt good. We was training in Palm Springs. Riddick Bowe was in Palm Springs. I was in Palm Springs, and I got kind of nervous. I said, I'm not nervous. I got kind of worried. I said, I'm not nervous. It's just not no big thing to me. I'm thinking I was gonna be nervous.
Have you always been that way?
Eddie Futch always said this kid is the calmest guy I ever seen.
I agree with that, man.
I just never. I've been in the gym at 2 years old. Nervous for what? I always tell
everybody. It's just a fight, yeah.
There's no reason, no reason to get nervous. You either gonna get your ass whooped or you're not. Why be nervous? You know what I'm saying? So.
Did Futch start calling you Ice? Actually, could you re-ask him that question?
Eddie Futch got credit for calling me Ice, but actually it was a buddy I grew up with, Brian Cooper. When I got home from Barcelona, one day I came over his house and said, "What's up, Ice?" And I'm like, "What's up?" I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Why you call me Ice?" You know
what you disrespecting me or something?
No, I was like, what? I'm not. I never. The crazy part, I never brought it up. I never said, "Why you call me that?" He just kept calling me Ice, Ice, Ice. So when I turned pro, they said, "You got a boxing?" I said, "No, my buddy called me Ice," and that's why I took Ice. But Eddie Futch got credit, but saying it's like I never seen a kid this calm before. So okay, I was Ice. So I wasn't nervous. I mean, it was just a fight, and I've told everybody, say ain't like James Toney can say nothing negative to me. He can't curse. He can't. He said we friends. I stayed at his house, and he couldn't. We shook hands. You know, it is what it is. I mean, he wasn't friendly with me. He tried to talk guys, but it wasn't nothing. Whatever. So
that's who James is, though.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, but
he's one of those guys. He always gets the last word in. You know, no matter how bad.
He tried to, but I mean, I really don't worry about it.
That's with you,
right? That's just fight. I think I won. Let me see. I think I won like $7,500 for that fight. I won $7,500 when I beat him.
Oh, you bet on yourself? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that's legal.
So yeah. You bet on yourself. You have to win.
The first time we fought.
Yeah, no, that's.
I think I won like 14,000.
What was it like going in? So the first time when Montell fought, I remember watching it at home, and man, the announcers were brutal towards Montell, and Montell was
someone broke my heart.
Yeah, and Montell was socking him up. Like Montell was, you clearly won that fight. You were frustrating him, and Foreman, I liked him as an announcer, but he wasn't real impartial.
George Foreman broke my heart. When I watched the video of the fight, I'm like, man. And during the fight, me and George Foreman caught eyes, and he smiled and was like, and at the same part of the fight, when I watched it, he was dissing me. I said, at this point, that's when he laughed. I mean, this is when he spoke to me. He was putting me down when he smiled at me. I said, this is crazy.
That's wild.
It was crazy.
This is pre grill as well. Before he made $1 billion on
Was it before the grill?
At Foreman, yeah, it was. It had to have been. Yeah, dude, come on. The grill was like 15 years old, man.
No, what did the grill come out?
You think?
Yeah, it came out in the 90s. Yeah, I fought Tony in the 90s, 95, 96.
I just don't think the grill came out in the 90s. I thought it came out.
Yeah, the grill. He was the man. He was George Foreman, and I was at the fight when he beat Michael Moore. That was the first fight I ever bet money on. I said that was 94, I think. 93, 94. First time I ever bet money in Vegas and won. George Foreman.
Yeah. And I think you had like 6 fights after that where you pretty much went through everybody. And then you guys had a rematch.
We both fought 10 fights apiece.
Okay.
He was on TV and I didn't get. I beat him and I didn't get a TV shot.
Why?
I got one fight off on TV. I got the flu and I had to pull out the fight. I forgot who it was. I had the flu, but 10 fights I didn't fight. I didn't get off of a TV fight, and I'm hearing it was a fluke. I didn't win. This, that. I heard that.
But then try to get me beat. I mean, that's
So I'm at home. I get a phone call. Montell, we want you to fight Mike McCallum for the WC intern belt for $80,000. I'm like, oh, it's cool. I just fought Mike. I'm like, yeah, we'll fight him. I get a call from HBO. We want you to fight James Toney for a rematch. He gets $750, you get $250. I said, but I won the first fight. I said, give me $500 apiece, I'll take it. We'll call you right back. Call him right back. The fight is on. So
damn,
I go to Mexico.
550.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have got $750. He get $250, but he was HBO fighter.
Yeah, and he's a legend at this point. Yeah.
And, I went to Jose Sulaiman's house and said, look, bro, I know you want to fight Mike McCallum. I said, but they offered me $500,000. He said, yeah, but just win that fight, you'll make the money. I'm like, man, I'm not turning down no $500,000.
You can't do that.
You gotta be crazy. I'm not. I didn't say he was crazy, but I'm not. So I fought James Toney again. So it is what it is.
Yeah, he pieced him up again.
I thought I beat him easier. It was unanimous. Like for people, when I get in arguments with people, they said you got robbed against James Toney. I said the funny thing about it, 6 different judges, not one of them voted for James. So how did I get robbed? And they always shut up.
You know what's kind of crazy? Like back then, obviously we know there's a lot of issues with judging and boxing, and most of it's political. And if anybody had a political advantage in those fights, it wasn't Montell.
Right.
I mean, he was HBO's. Yeah, he was HBO's golden boy. I think that was the most shocking thing to me when they read the decision that you won, where I knew you won.
I thought I won. The first fight, the first judge said a draw. I thought they girl robbed me. And they read out 2 scorecards, the winner and New. You know, that's when and New got famous. Montell Griffin, I'm like, okay, we won. So
yeah, I was shocked, you know, because if anybody had the political advantage there, it would have been Tony. You know, 100% in both fights. You know, and somehow you got a fair shake. You know, for the most part.
I thought so. I mean, it's about time. I mean, the other time I got robbed, so I finally got something I deserved.
Did your relationship with HBO get better? Or
no, they didn't. They never offered me a contract. Now, I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0. I fought on HBO 5 times. I'm 3-2. Never got offered a contract.
That's wild, man. Do you think that's management or?
I mean, you know, I was a short, light heavyweight who wasn't knocking nobody out, and they had put their money in Roy and James, and it wasn't enough money for me. So.
Okay. Now, right after that fight, you fought Roy Jones for the first time.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, I largely consider, in my opinion, like the Michael Jordan of boxing. Like,
right. He was the man, but I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. I thought I could beat him.
You frustrated him a lot in that fight.
Yeah.
Were you ahead on the scorecards in that fight?
I was ahead on 1 scorecard. He was ahead on the other 2. 1 by 2 points, 1 by 1 point. But early in the fight, he got credit with a knockdown that he didn't hit me. They gave him credit for a knockdown. That's why he's winning on 2 scorecards. So if you don't get credit for that knockdown, I'm winning on 2 scorecards and 1 is a draw. So
it's a razor close fight. Yeah, in his mind.
I'm sure he thought he was winning, and I thought I was winning. He threw a right hand. I saw it coming, and I got a split second to either block it or roll. I tried to roll it, and ended up getting hit in the back of the head. I said, damn, I'm like dizzy. I'm like, because the punch didn't hurt me. But I'm dizzy. I'm like, what the hell wrong with me? I'm like, man, look, Montell, you win this fight. Take a knee. We got to win the last 3 rounds. I go look at the referee. Boom, he hit me. I'm looking at the ref. What the hell? Then he loaded over the second punch. And I just thank God I didn't lose consciousness and I didn't get killed. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying?
So there was a disqualification at that point.
Disqualification. Well, no, the referee was counting. When I went down, he was counting. I'm like, how can he count? And I took a knee. I'm like, I'm already down. The referee counted me out. So I'm like, what the hell? I felt like I was paralyzed because like he was going on, but I couldn't move.
Okay.
So I get up. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now I heard my brother say, Larry Hazard going to disqualify him. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean,
I respect Larry Hazard.
Yeah, good guy, great guy.
Yeah.
I'm real respectful. He always tell me how much he liked my father, and I'm a good gentleman. I like that. But so, I mean, I never was happy about winning by disqualification. I always felt like I could beat him fair and square. And I told my wife in the limo going back to the hotel, like, I ain't want to win like this. I didn't want this. You know what I'm saying? I went to the WA. The WA convention was going on in Philadelphia. And all the top champs was like, bro, you beat him. Like, he did that for a reason. Do not, lay your head.
I agree with that, man.
Mills Lane walked up to me like, look, Griff.
Dude, Mills Lane? Oh, my God.
He's like, Griffin, that kid, you was winning. You know what I'm saying? Do not worry about it.
That's a cartoon character. Yeah. Mills Lane.
Like,
you know, man, we should get a picture of Mills Lane for the wall.
He said, Griffin.
We need a picture of Mills Lane.
Fight. Do not worry.
Yeah.
Nate Miller, cruiserweight champ, and Mills Lane talked to me.
Cornered you. Yeah.
And then that's what made me feel better about myself. That I never cared about winning by disqualification. Because I felt I was beating them fair and square.
So when they came with the rematch, what was the money like?
I mean, I asked for $3 million. They said they had $2 million on the table. Eddie Fuss said, look, let's fight. Let's go to Ireland, fight Steve Collins. I got set up for $2 million. Then you come back and fight Roy for $2 million.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, you beat him, you might make more. And my promoter, Panos Iliades, was like, no. We got to fight Roy. I'm like, who cares? I mean, I could
get that money.
Roy need me. He don't need. I mean, I don't need Roy.
You probably could have got a contract.
If I know now what I know, if I know then what I know now, I just take the belt and fight Steve and, win his belt and, be a superstar, make more money. I go back and I fight Roy Jones second time, and I'm not allowed to fight one more 5 minutes.
Wait. So wait.
What?
Jonah, wait, this is good. This is, you're missing something. So, Jonah, go ahead.
Well, so, sorry to jump in.
So, I remember that fight, Madison Square Garden. It was first boxing event at Madison Square Garden, right?
What?
Your rematch with Roy Jones.
No, it was at Trump Taj Mahal.
Oh, it's Trump Taj Mahal.
No, I'm sorry. It was in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, at the casino out there. I forgot. The first fight was at Trump Taj Mahal. The second fight was in Connecticut.
So one thing I remember about that fight was that when Roy Jones wanted to come out, they were playing the wrong music, and he wouldn't come out. And it turned out he had Redman and Method Man were walking him out. But I found out
he didn't want to go out first.
Yeah.
But they was like, Roy, you're not the champ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Montell going out second. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole show was crazy.
Okay, I thought it was because maybe they jumped somebody.
I thought they switched the bout order, and they put it on earlier.
I didn't warm up 5 minutes for that fight. Watch the fight tonight. First round, Jim Lampley said, Roy Jones has never came out this fast.
Okay, but why didn't you warm up?
Because they had it in for me to lose.
Okay, hold on.
I mean,
that's not a real good reason. What? You can't say, well, they want me to lose, so I'm not going to warm up.
No, they didn't allow me to warm up. They said we fight on pay-per-view.
Okay,
so it's no rush. It's pay-per-view is over when it's over.
Right.
In my room was a sign that said, "Be ready at 10:45. We walking out at 11." It's like 10:30, and I'm walking to the ring. Why? You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
so they bumped it 15 minutes. That's what it was.
I mean, they just.
I heard that did they move a fight?
Like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't gonna say nobody's name.
Okay.
When I lost to Roy Jones in 1997, Chris Berg called me and said, "Man, I ain't gonna say nobody's name. I ain't gonna say nothing." Said his guy said they got you. He said his guy said it's a shame what they did to you. Right? 20 years later, I say to the guy, I said, "What did you mean by that?" He said, "We got you. We got you. We rushed you out. We did it on purpose." He said,
"That's a fight game, man."
And he said, "Your manager and promoter knew about it." That's what broke my heart. That's what broke my heart. So I didn't. This is millions of dollars.
You know what it is? How much did you get for that fight?
$2 million.
I bet you they got a giant chunk from the other side.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, boxing is a dirty game.
Were they pushing you out there? See, a real manager and a real guy, real coach.
I went out there, so I mean, like I said,
they would have said,
"Let
him sit in that ring."
They would have said, "Warm up 5 minutes for that fight."
Excuse me, Montell, I'm talking to John here. Yeah. A real guy, a real guy would have been like, let him sit in that ring.
Yeah.
We're getting our warm up right now.
Yeah. Well,
unless they were in on it.
One thing my wife said about Eddie Futch was like, Eddie Futch wouldn't let this happen. I mean, Eddie Futch went our separate ways because he wanted more money. And my wife's like, Eddie Futch wouldn't let this happen. So, I mean, it's the past now.
Was El Heyman your manager then?
No. John Kayworth. Kayworth was still my manager.
Okay.
Heyman came on later.
Heyman came on later.
Yeah. Close to the end of my career.
Man, what an amazing journey through boxing he has had.
Al? Yeah, I wish I was with him now when he had power. I was with him at the beginning.
Did you know that he was going to be able to move up like that?
I mean, the guy was he the best. I mean, it's easy to say. I mean, I ain't trying to put him in a category, but they say he's the best black promoter in music history.
Okay.
The best black promoter. He's the biggest black promoter in music history. But just put you like this. Drake talk about Al Heyman. Al Heyman checks. Beyonce is with Al Heyman. They sued each other. So that's how big Al Heyman was. That's who he worked with.
What he has done for the sport of boxing, man, is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't like it, but I mean,
I'm a huge fan.
I am too.
Right. I mean, it's just the way you look at it. I mean, Arislani Londa just fought Canelo brother who didn't deserve a title shot.
Okay.
So he a champion. So Al Heyman put that together for him. So
okay, but how many times do you watch like a Lou Duva promotion?
I mean,
what is this?
I don't say nothing to say because, like I said, I just wish I was with Al Heyman now instead of the beginning of Al Heyman. I was the third fight he ever signed.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
dude, I love that guy. I mean, if I had to give,
he's got a very parallel career path that like Dana White had. You know what I mean? Like,
well, the thing about Dana is
Al don't like the spotlight like Dana.
Right, he don't. Right, Al don't want the spotlight, and Dana is fortunate because he started the UFC and he is the only boss. Mm-hmm. Al Heyman is a boss of bosses. Don King, Bob Arum. Lou DiBella, you know what I'm saying? So,
and he doesn't get a lot of TV time because he doesn't want.
He don't want to be on TV. So that's why Sam Watson is a superstar. Everybody thought that was Al Heyman. He used Sam to be his face, and Sam a superstar.
I can't go. Like, there's not enough words for me to say good things about Al Heyman. I really like what he's doing a lot. Now, after Roy Jones Jr., did it shock you that, like, when Tarver was, like, chasing him down, like, at press conferences and insulting him?
No, I mean, Tarver was smart. They fought as amateurs. He beat Roy. So he just was that one guy.
There was just like a mental advantage there?
That was just his kryptonite.
Yeah, a lot of boxers have that.
He's just the one guy, Antonio Tarver, just gave Roy problems. And then, you know, not to put Tarver down, great fight, he beat me. But you caught Roy at the perfect time. You know, Roy went up to heavyweight.
He was going down, yeah.
Came down, he put on 28 pounds of muscle, 30-something years old, lost it, and he shot himself. So,
yeah, the Tarver, like, the mental toughness that he has, I don't think he gets enough credit for.
I don't have nothing bad to say about him.
No, real nice guy, too.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I've run into him a few times. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm from Chicago. He's like, oh, you know Montell? Yeah. So he's always dropping your name, man. Yeah.
He respect me. I mean, you know, even though he beat me, he respect me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into it.
Nah. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. You know, the guy was in a Rocky movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I tell him, you had a hell of a career. Olympian, bronze medalist, knocked out Roy Jones, a superstar. You know, like you said, made a Rocky movie.
He's doing color commentary now.
One of the best commentators out. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but respect for him.
No, I agree. And he's a hell of a nice guy. Yeah. You know, real nice guy. Always like, hey, nice, you know. It's just genuine, decent. Yeah. So what do you got going now?
I got my gym, Windy City Boxing Club. It's cool. Pilsen, 2150 South Canalport. I'm there 7 days a week. I'm following my father's footsteps, and you know what I'm saying? I got Sean Simpson, my best fighter. I'm waiting for him to be world champion. It's gonna put me in the map. I just worked with Von Alexander 2 weeks ago. He had a huge upset against Money Pal. I'm working with Shondale Winters. We're going to Canada Thursday. So things is rolling. I say give me another year or two, I'll be a top trainer.
You're real involved with the community, too. I see you got a kids boxing program.
I got a nonprofit. I got Windy City Boxing Youth Foundation. I got After School Matters, and I got a youth class going on. Everything going good. I had my gym. It'll be 2 years in December. I don't have nothing bad to say. I'm cool right now.
That's cool. And you got a kid that just went off to college.
My daughter is playing pro ball in Germany.
That's crazy.
My son is at Lincoln at prep school, but he's lined up 2 D1 schools so far. He's going D1 next year. And I got another son who box by basketball.
Oh, okay.
And I got another son, youngest son, box, but he's a brainiac. He has an academic scholarship already. So
really,
I got 3 kids going to college.
Man, that's a success.
Yeah. My oldest son is autistic. He's high functioning, my man. I love him.
Dude, he looks like Muhammad Ali. He really does. Like, you look at Muhammad.
How my favorite fighter end up looking like my son.
He looks exactly like him. Yeah. Like people are
He's
dogging
getting
him.
Fat now though.
People are dogging my toe online. Like, you sure that ain't?
He look like
Ali's kid.
He look like Cassius Clay, but now he's getting fat like Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
So if I had to, I mean, and this is obviously off topic. Why do you think Roberto Duran never fought Aaron Pryor?
I mean, I'm tired of hearing the stories about Ray Leonard Dodge, Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor fighting 140, Ray was at 47.
I mean, Duran had the belt below him, and then went after Leonard above him, but never did the pit stop in between.
Ray was the money man. He was a darling. I mean, do you think Roberto Duran fought everybody? Roberto Duran fought light heavyweights. He fought everybody. He fought William Doppy. He fought
Tommy Hearns.
You think he's scared of Aaron Pryor? And I'm not putting Aaron Pryor down, but
no.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
People crazy, with that. Roberto Duran and Ray Leonard was dodging Aaron Pryor. I just can't see it.
You know what it is? I think it's just as a fan, I would have loved
it would
to
have
watch
been a hell of a fight. But I mean, I respect Aaron Pryor. I met him. I shook his hand.
Oh, it's not Duran. Yeah.
But the mix. You know what I'm saying? He did the mix on
Panama
national
Lewis.
TV.
Yeah.
He was dead tired. He got the mix. He came back and knocked our boy out. So I look at Aaron Pryor a little bit different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I got respect for him, but I look at him a little bit different. The mix.
Yeah.
That make it different for me.
That Panama Lewis, man, he
should be in Prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he took full advantage of people that just weren't ready to deal with somebody like Panama.
Yeah, dirty guy.
You know, I mean, and he was like cornering Zab Judah from a cell phone.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So
what
he can't work in the corners.
He shouldn't be able to
sit behind the corner and shout out instructions, but I mean, I used to see him all the time in Vegas at the gym. I ain't had the respect to even speak to him. I didn't even want to see him in the gym. He ruined the one kid's life.
Yeah,
took the
Billy padding out of the gloves.
No, Louis Resto
Yeah.
took the padding out of the gloves, and the kid killed himself. I don't, boxing don't need no dirt bag.
Yeah,
No dirt bags like that.
So outside of Ali, who's your favorite fighter?
I mean, Muhammad Ali is like my uncle. He my favorite fighter, but he like my uncle. So you want to ask me what favorite fighter is? Michael Spinks, James Toney,
Jinx, yep.
Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, and Evander Holyfield.
I can't disagree with that list.
Those were my top five.
Yeah.
Not count Muhammad Ali. Those are my top five.
Yeah, Montell's social media, he throws questions out there. It's one thing. He puts a lot of content out there that creates discussion.
Right.
And one of the things he said a few years ago is, everyone's talking Mayweathers. Montell, who is the greatest boxing family pound for pound ever?
Spinks family. Dude, I respect, look, I talked to Jeff the other day on Facebook. Roger's my man. He always showed me love. Big Floyd was cool when he got out.
For sure.
He moved to Vegas. Floyd is my man. I've been knowing since he was 16. The Spinks got 3 world champs, man. Corey Spinks, Michael Spinks, Leon Spinks. One of them is the best light heavyweight ever in history.
Got wrecked by Tyson, but he won the heavyweight title. He won the heavyweight title.
He's the best light heavyweight in history.
Uh-huh.
He beat Larry Holmes. He lost the fight to Mike Tyson. Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali.
2 gold medals.
2 gold medals and 3 world championships. Yeah. The Spinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think the Spinks family, they don't get enough credit.
No.
Who do you think is the best heavyweight boxer of all time?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, clearly.
Muhammad Ali.
Okay, you said that's your favorite, and you also think he's the best, right?
Yeah.
What about
I got Holyfield number 2.
He's a cruiserweight though.
But he went up and made some damage at heavyweight too.
I got Holyfield number 2.
I got
history.
Where I think where people err on a pound for pound list for heavyweights, I think everyone leaves off Gene Tunney. The guy only lost one fight.
I had Gene Tunney in my top 10.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Montell's a historian,
I had
dude.
Gene Tunney. I had Jack Johnson. I had George Foreman. My top 10, it was Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, George Foreman, Gene Tunney, Jack Johnson. Who was the other 2?
You know what, man?
Did I say Lennox?
Yeah, you said Lennox. If you were to...
No.
Jersey Joe. You don't like Jersey Joe Walcott?
Yeah, no, I'm saying I ain't had him in my top 10.
I think if you subtract Ali from Sonny Liston's record, subtract Ali from Sonny Liston's life, that guy's top 10 ever.
Yeah, but 2 fights. He quit in 2 fights.
I think he got...
Yeah, he quit.
It was a quit or he laid down?
He quit.
I mean, he's a heavy favorite in both fights.
He went in there to try to win. He couldn't beat him, and he quit. I mean, that's what you do to you bully a bully.
Yeah,
I heard that years ago. Same thing with James. You bully a bully, and the bullies don't know how to act when you bully them. Sonny Liston was a bully. Ali bullied him. That he quit 2 fights.
And George Foreman too. I mean, people always say, "Well, how do you think Ali do against Tyson?" How much harder did Tyson hit than George Foreman? It couldn't have been that much harder.
I'm going. Of course, I'm going Muhammad Ali.
So am I all day.
Mental capabilities is too much strong.
And he's a nail, or he's a good nail.
Mike's had another bully. You bully a bully.
Yeah.
That's why Holyfield bullied a bully. And you beat him.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic. Well, Montell, man, we appreciate your time, brother. Thanks for coming by, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. Or the camera.
Yeah, right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man.